You're looking inside Petco Park as the Padres have taken the field. Our Game Time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open daily for spring break until tomorrow. 68 degrees here at the yard. Calm winds, humidity at 57%. And it is partly cloudy. And the emphasis is not on cloudy at all. Here's a lineup that'll be facing James Shields. It'll be Nori Aoki, who's got a 13-game hitting streak, followed by Panik, Pagan, and Posey. McGee is going to be in the 5th slot. Then Blanco. Matt Duffy gets a start. Crawford will hit 8th, and Bumgarner 9th.
On the hill tonight for the San Diego Padres will be the veteran James Shields. Shields in his 9th year at the big league level. 6'3", 215-pounder, native out of California. 33 years of age. When you take your at-bats against Shields, you're going to see a guy with great command, and he's got good stuff to go with it. You'll see low to mid-90s fastball with a 2 and a 4-seam grip, curveball, slider, changeup. All of them are good pitches. He can spot them on both sides of the plate. He has been an innings eater. In the last 8 years, he has averaged more than 200 innings per season. Very durable arm.
So here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a post, right? So we get started at 5:41. And it's 0-1 to Aoki, and Aoki swings and misses, nothing in 2.
Former teammates last year with the Kansas City Royals, James Shields and Nori Aoki.
Aoki's 3 for 7 in the series. And that pitch is in the dirt.
But just because you play with a guy doesn't necessarily know how to pitch.
That is exactly right.
Or you don't know how to hit the guy.
Yep. Panik to follow, and then Angel Pagan. And this is for foul down the left field line. Giants won 1-0 in 12 innings on Thursday, and the Padres won 1-0 last night. Only 2 runs have been scored in this series. A good amount of Giants fans here tonight. Out of play again. Nice catch by a fan, barehanded.
Commando. Nice.
That's the man right there. Here's the. And this is hit right back to Shields. And that's how this game gets started, on a comebacker.
Let's take a look at the defense playing behind James Shields for the Padres tonight. Be Justin Upton, Will Myers, Matt Kemp, all from different locations. You can see where they played last year. Barmas and Middlebrooks on the left side of the infield. Jerko and Solarte on the right side. Derek Norris will be in the squad, putting down the signs. Padres opened this season with 15 players on the opening day 25-man roster that were not on the roster to start the 2014 season. So a lot of bodies from different places.
Here's Panik. Panik takes a strike, called by Larry Vanover. Culpa at first, Knight at second, Carapazza is at third.
Vanover's an umpire. I think he prefers the low strike, although he will call high. You just saw him do it. And he can bounce that strike zone around a little bit.
Angel Pagan on deck. And Shields with the pitch, and there's a shot into left center field. That's a base hit. Panik puts on the brakes, and that's a 1-out single as Pagan steps up.
Giants in the regular season have faced James Shields one time. He threw a shutout against them in Kansas City last year, 4-hitter. However, in postseason, he's 0-2 with an ERA of 7. 2 times they got him in the World Series. But it's all about knowledge. They've never seen him before in Kansas City the night he shut him out, and he pitched beautifully. With a little knowledge, it was a different thing in postseason. So they know him now.
Here's Pagan, and Pagan takes a strike. Pagan 1 for 4 lifetime against Shields, and those numbers include postseason. Although Pagan would not have faced him in postseason. And that pitch is wide. Way off the line to third is Middlebrooks. I mean, he is really far off the line. And the Giants had David Bell in 2002. That's how David Bell would play that position at third.
Well, you could park a bus between Middlebrooks and the third base sack. I mean, that's a lot of invitation over there for Angel Pagan, and he'll go to left field.
He does, but he pops it in the air foul. You see the World Series. Shields 0-2, Bumgarner 2-0. He did pick up a save. Which that save came in Game 7. He was in another world for that series. For all the postseason.
It really was.
To Jerko. Pagan broke his bat on the soft line drive. And that'll bring up Buster Posey. Buster in this series, he went 0 for 4 on Thursday. Came back yesterday and went 2 for 2. Takes wide, 1-0. Buster played first base. Well, he caught and played first in that extra inning game. But he was at first the whole night last night. And Belt's close to coming back. He wanted to play today, may play tomorrow.
He ran around a lot today. He took batting practice. We asked Bruce Bochy about it. He says, well, I'll know more about it when the trainers say he can go. Until then, he's a no-go. And that's kind of how you have to look at it if you're a manager.
Buster pops this one up. This is playable. It's going to be Solarte who does the pop-up dance, and he missed it. And the Giants will have runners at the corner. Right around halfway to that ball coming down, you could see Solarte was not comfortable.
Well, there's a little wind going here in the ballpark. I didn't think it'd be a lot of wind that could affect the pop-up. There's no sun on this, but as the spin starts to take it back away from Solarte, he just gets flat out fooled by it. And that's a wind you can feel, but it's not one that you would think would really put a lot of difficulty on a pop-up or a fly ball.
So here's McGee. McGee's got a chance to make it hurt. And he takes low.
Another breaking ball on a first pitch to Casey McGee, and that's kind of how the Padres have gone at him this whole series.
Panic at third, Posey at first. Hit into left center field. On the move is Myers, and Myers will put it away. As McGee fell down coming out of the box, and he's not getting up. He's taking inventory right now.
This is not good.
I think it's a groin.
Yep, I do.
Oh, boy. We'll let you know what's happening when we come back. It looks like Arias is coming into the game. McGee's out. So Bumgarner takes the hill. This is what happened to McGee. He hit the ball very well. And then something grabbed immediately.
Well, he was not comfortable walking off the field.
It could be an oblique, Mike. You just don't know.
We don't.
So all we're doing is guessing, and that's not something you should do. Here's the lineup that Bumgarner will be facing. It'll be Myers, Solarte, and then Kemp. Upton is the cleanup hitter. He's got pretty good numbers against Bumgarner. Norris, Middlebrooks, and then Jed Jerko. Clint Barmas will hit 8th and Shields 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants, making start number 2 on the year, will be left-hander Madison Bumgarner. Take a look at what he did in his opener against the Diamondbacks. He was fantastic. 7 strong innings. 1 run allowed. He had 3 strikeouts. He's a big guy, 6'5", 235-pounder, 25 years of age, in his 5th year at the big league level. And with Bumgarner, you're going to see a low 3/4 release. A lot of deception in his delivery. He's got a nice natural cut to his fastball. The velocity will be low 90s. He's got a slider, a curveball, and a changeup.
Myers likes the first pitch. Here he bunts it foul. Myers 2 for 4 last night. He knocked in the only run, and he did that in the 7th inning. And he went 1 for 6 on Thursday. He's faced Bumgarner a couple times lifetime. He's 0 for 2. Say he went around. Myers talking to Vanover.
I think he's talking a little louder than just a general conversation. Did he go? He did not. I mean, that's a gift. I can see why Myers is upset. Padres have it on the board at 1 and 2, so they kind of felt that the call went both ways. But it is 0-2.
Never trust the board on the road. At home?
Oh, automatic.
Automatic.
Unbelievable.
Kevin Skillings. Are you kidding me? Way outside. 1 and 2. Solarte and then Kemp. Panic. 1 out.
Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Bumgarner tonight for the Giants. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Aoki, Pagan, and Blanco. Left side of the infield features Crawford and now Joaquin Arias, who comes in replacement of Casey McGee, Joe Panik, and Matt Duffy on the right side. That's right, Matt Duffy at first base tonight. That's a new look to the defense. And Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Solarte. And he offers at the first pitch and fouls it back. Solarte's a switch hitter. He's 2 for 7 on the year. Both of his hits have come from the left side. And that pitch is low and in. So a punch in the stomach to the Giants in the first inning, injury-wise.
Giants need to get home.
Arias in foul territory. 1-2. Kershaw starting tonight. Archie Bradley for the D-backs. Arizona leading 1-0 in that game. In the dirt. Well, you mentioned earlier he didn't have his breaking ball in Arizona during the opener, and he's trying to find it here.
Yeah, the curveball was just sort of elusive. He never really locked in on it. He'd throw one good one and 3 that kind of got lazy. The slider was good. His cutter was good. Just like that, the curveball just hasn't been there for him yet. But you really can tell when a guy crosses the threshold from being a thrower to a pitcher, because a pitcher doesn't really care if one pitch is not working. I mean, he has other ways to get you out. A thrower, on the other hand, oftentimes his confidence is directly related to the type of stuff that he has in the bullpen. If his stuff isn't working, he has a tendency to freak out a little bit. But for a pitcher, it doesn't really make a difference. He can still make it work, even when he doesn't have his great stuff. And Bumgarner can do that. I think it's the ultimate compliment to a guy on the mound.
Pagan's got a beat on this one in the gap. That guy's got a shot at Hunter Pence with some activity. Talked to him right before I got in the elevator, and he said he still hasn't picked up a bat. He said he'll swing without a bat, the movement that your arms will have.
I love the t-shirt. He's going a little crazy. He wants on that field, but he still has pain in the wrist, so they're still going slow with him.
Here's Kemp. I showed you doing the lineups that Kemp does have pretty good numbers against Bumgarner. Not many do, but Kemp does.
He's got a pretty good inside-out swing. I mean, he's got a nice right field approach, and against the cut fastball from Bumgarner, that's the approach you have to have.
It's a fair ball as it hits the line. Oakland gets to it. His throw is offline, and Kemp, it sounded like a broken bat double.
Yeah, I think it hit off the end of the bat just on the line. I mean, that's close. Absolutely a fair ball. Good call by third base umpire Vic Carapazzo.
Here's Upton. Upton hitting .250. He's got a home run. He's got 3 driven in. And he takes outside for a ball. Upton went 1 for 5 on Thursday. And he had a base hit and 3 at-bats in the game last night. Swinging a foul straight back and out of play. He's got some bat speed.
Yes, he does. And with good bat speed comes good power, and he's got that to all fields. And those are good numbers lifetime against Bumgarner. A home run and a double, 25 at bats.
Down low. On deck is Derek Norris. Garner taking a long look into Buster Posey.
The thing about Bumgarner's slider is it's got a little bit of inconsistency, but it's good. Sometimes it breaks flat, sometimes it breaks with tilt. The key is that it does have snap, it does break.
Number 20 coming up in the inning. Hit on the ground into the hole and a base hit. Here comes Aoki. His throw is offline. Posey down to second. Not in time. And the Padres lead 1-0.
So a 2-strike, 2-out swing of the bat. And Justin Upton puts the Padres on the board for a quick 1-0 lead. Breaking ball leaks out there, knee-high out of the middle plate. And Upton just finds a hole between Crawford and Arias. And watch the throw from Aoki off line. And Posey comes up, tries to get it up to the second base, but they get a run in, they get a runner in score position. Nice 2-out hitting from Upton.
So here's Norris. Norris takes high.
Norris, an American League All-Star last year for the Oakland Athletics. And he's off to a good start. He's swinging the bat well.
Called strike. Norris is 1 for 7 in the series.
It's been a hard 1 for 7.
First base is open. A breaking ball in the dirt. So 2-out run here for the Padres in the first. And a called strike. It's 2-2.
Looked like Norris kind of gave up on that breaking ball. It's always been a strength of Bumgarner. He's got a width on his breaking ball is bigger than others because of his arm angle, the low 3/4. You got to stay in that outside corner. He'll backdoor you like a big dog.
Hit on the ground. Crawford comes up with it. His throw is not in time. A good effort by Crawford. Norris for the base hit, and then moving on to third is Upton.
Crawford does a good thing just keeping it from the outfield, because if it gets into the outfield, they're going to send Upton, or at least try and score him. But with Norris running, he's not your average catcher. He can stay on that line pretty well. And I think that Crawford thinking, catcher, I have a chance, but in reality, he did not.
So here's Middlebrooks, who's never faced Bumgarner before. Bumgarner with a soft toss to first. 1 for 5 on Thursday for Middlebrooks. And he got into the game as a pinch hitter in the game yesterday and went 0 for 1. And a strike. And Bumgarner came right back in. This time he missed. Yeah, maybe that's where he wanted to throw it. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, if you got a 0-1 advantage, look that inside corner, let your movement come out the plate inside, hope he swings at it. Pretty benign conditions right now. Not a lot of wind, not a lot of carry in this ballpark.
Brooks adjusted on that breaking ball and fouls it out of play. It's 1-2.
I thought initially with the early starting time that shadows would be an issue tonight, and that it would be hard for hitters to see, and it really is not the case.
Not at all.
All you see, there's really no shadows in the backdrop here, the batter's eye. No sun reflecting on it, so hitters are getting a good look.
And a base hit for Middlebrooks. Coming in to score is Upton, and it's 2-0.
Well, that's 29 pitches into the inning, and that's going to bring Dave Righetti out here just to give Bumgarner a bit of a breather.
That's 4 hits in a row. I mean, not all hit hard, but look, it's going to happen like that sometimes.
So, a bit of a breather, a bit of a pep talk, pat on the butt, go get him.
Here's Jerko. Jerko takes a bit wide. 1 for 8 in the series for Jerko. Wide again, it's 2-0. Norris at second. Middlebrooks at first. This is popped up. It's Panic. And that'll end the inning. 2 runs on 4 hits. After 1, 2-0 Padres. Won of the World Series last year. Hunter Pence hit a big home run off of James Shields in the first inning. It made the score 3-0, and the Giants went on to win the opener 7-1. That was a loud swing of the bat.
It was. That opens some eyes quickly.
Here's Blanco, Duffy, and Crawford. Pence never had a hit off for Shields during the regular season. He went 3 for 5 during postseason. 0-2 now to Gregor Blanco. He's hitting at 188. Blanco is 3 for 16. Fouls it out of play.
Good changeup. You start a ball game as a pitcher, the one thing you want to do is let your opposing team know that you can get all your pitches over, and Shields has done that. And he's done it 21 pitches. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider, everything he can throw. He's let the Giants know that he can throw strikes with it.
Blanco steps out. Duffy to follow. Got him.
Fastball right through him and an 0-2 pitch. It really wasn't that much to a corner.
Here's Matt Duffy. Duffy with 7 at bats this year. He's 3 for 7. A beach ball down the right field line. One of the security guards is going to get. Dodger fans coming out to the games here in San Diego, huh?
Yeah, they brought their beach balls.
Here's the pitch to Duffy. Duffy pops it up. And it'll be Barmes who makes the catch. Bringing Crawford to the plate. Crawford on the season hitting .238. For 5 on Thursday. And then Crawford went 0 for 3 last night, so he's looking for his first hit in this series. And he takes a strike. 1 for 4 in his career against James Shields.
Padres play Crawford to pull in the infield, but in center field they play him on the left center field side. And you see the left side of the infield pull over towards second base. And there you see the center field over towards left center. And it totally makes sense when you see the splits that Crawford has against the Padres. When he puts the ball on the ground, he'll pull the ball to right field. When he hits the ball in the air, he goes to the opposite side.
So Crawford takes one on the leg.
Well, that's a mistake in a 1-2 count. Certainly not something that Shields was trying to do. So Crawford will take a bruise for a base, and it allows Madison Bumgarner to step in and take his house. You're going to get hit. That's a pretty good place to get hit. And I know it's easy for me to say, but that's not bad. Especially with the Pistons that Crawford has.
Here's Bumgarner. And he takes the first pitch down low.
Bumtown in Caldwell County is named for the Bumgarners who lived there for over a century. Bumtown. Well, if it wasn't called Bumtown before last October, it deserves to be called Bumtown now.
Yeah, they can capitalize it now.
Mad Bumtown. I think he caused the fuss coming back to Bumtown this last offseason after the World Series.
I think he caused the fuss. Well, he won the Silver Slugger Award for the best hitter at his position in the National League.
Well, you got to pitch him like a hitter. That was a quality breaking ball, a 2-1 count. Not many pitchers get a breaking ball or a 2-1 count from another pitcher. And that is a perfect knee-high outside corner curveball. That's respect.
Three and two. So now Crawford will be on the move. See what Bumgarner gets. 3 and 2. And he wraps it foul. And he got a fastball.
That is not your normal two-strike swing. He's still trying to yank one off the Western Metal Supply Company in left field. There's the Western Metal Supply Company.
Three and 2. Crawford will take off. Full foul.
Very cool how they built this ballpark. It's almost like they built the ballpark around the old building in left field. They did not make any mistakes building this place. It is fantastic. And as the buildings behind the center field batter's eye have developed and grown, the skyline here is spectacular.
Bumgarner hits one high and foul down the left field line. But he hit that gentleman. He seems to be okay.
Yeah, he left his glove in San Francisco.
So another 3-2 pitch coming up to Bumgarner. And Shields finally strikes him out to end the inning. After 1.5, 2-0 Padres.
When you want the best pizza in town, Amici's delivers.
Well, the Giants are coming home after tomorrow's game, and Colorado Rockies are coming to town. That's right, for 3. And they're going to kick off the first homestand of the 2015 season. And on Wednesday, April 15th, 7:15 starts. First 20,000 fans are going to get a 2014 World Champion snow globe featuring the triplets, the 3 World Series trophies, all courtesy of Comcast Sportsnet. You need tickets? Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Barmas. Bumgarner thought he had it. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Barmas has started out this season 3 for 9. There's a strike. He drew a walk, a 1-out walk in the 8th inning off of Jeremy Affeldt, and he scored on a Will Myers double, and that was the only run of the game last night. It's Barnes' back. It's 1-2.
Tim Lincecum was fantastic last night. 7 solid innings. Really mixed his pitches well. Had a nice command of all of his pitches. He took that great vibe he had in spring training and brought it right into the season.
Barnes shoots one to right. Blanco is going to play it on a hop. And that's a leadoff single for Clint Barnes.
That's 5 hitters that have gotten base hits out of the first 8 Padres hitters. We're getting word that Casey McGee has a strained knee.
It was not on the top 5 things that I thought happened to him.
No. I'm thinking groin, hamstring, oblique.
Here's Shields, who's going to bunt. Bumgarner's going to throw to first. There's pitches down low.
Bunt the ball down the first base line against a cut fastball from Bumgarner is not that easy a job. That's the goal for Shields right now. But Bumgarner has to throw a strike.
Well, the other thing, too, is remember, this is Matt Duffy. This is his first game at first base and maybe ever. And the bunt plays are the ones that can get a little weird. Bunts through it, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. You almost have to play it safe if you've never been there before and make sure you get an out.
Ball looked like a foul that hit Posey.
Catchers love bunts, don't they?
No. They do not. Let's see where it got him. Right on the left toe.
Yeah, you know you're going to get hit somewhere. You just hope it's where you're protected. And a soft toss to first. Myers to follow. 2-0. Padres. Here's hits one to right. And Blanco's all over it. He did that with a fake bunt.
All right, time now for our cold hard facts, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. It's going to be all about Matt Duffy, career games by position. Minor leagues, well, shortstop, 233 games, big league level, 7. Second base, 3 times he played in the minor leagues, 11 times in the big leagues. third base 3 times in the minors, big leagues twice, and tonight the first time he's ever been at first base in his professional career. That's our cold hard fact, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Go get him, kid.
Here's Myers. Myers takes a strike. Myers popped out to panic to open up the bottom of the first inning. He fouls it back, and it's 0-2. On deck is Solarte and then Kemp. Runner goes, pitches high, Posey's throw on the money, got him.
Wow. You can't make a more perfect throw than that. And Bumgarner did a nice job of giving Posey a chance. Let's make it our Togo's big play, the Togo way. Why not? You have to reward perfection by acknowledgement. High pitch to throw off of and look at the strike. See ya. Don't panic. Just catch the ball and wait for Barmes to come to you.
And get it out of there.
One more look. It's as good a throw as you can make.
That's 2-2.
See, Posey does all that. His foot still throb him from taking that foul ball.
Absolutely. Foul on the third base line.
Oh, we got to make a play.
Oh. Could have been a base hit.
Well, we've been bragging about the San Diego ball babes, and they've been pretty steady until that play right there. I don't know.
Oh, 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Good curveball. Did not miss by much. Bumgarner thought he had it. Well, this one goes into the stands, and this Gamer Bay brought her glove, makes a play. Nice.
3-2 to Myers. Bumgarner thought he had a strikeout. Got him. Top of the order coming up, 2-0 Padres. last night. 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 96 pitches, and he lowered his career ERA against the Padres from 2.27 to 2.20. Here's Aoki.
The ownage continues that Lincecum has over the Padres.
And a strike to Aoki. Bounce back to Shields to open up the ball game.
Changeup is really working right now for Shields.
Little foul. It stays at 0-2.
Take a look at the glove hand on Shields, and he's got his forefinger out of his glove. And you don't see that very much anymore because of the tendency to tip a pitch by wiggling that finger. A lot of guys will put an extra piece of leather that they can stick inside and basically hide that finger, because that's one of the things that will absolutely tip a pitch to a hitter, by wiggling that finger when you're setting the grip for a curveball. Ouch, I got Norris on the hand. It's just odd to see a pitcher with a finger out of a glove anymore.
Larry Vanover went out just to give Norris a little bit more time to shake things off. Joe Panik on deck, and then Angel Pagan. 2-0 Padres. 2 runs in the first inning. Foul past Roberto Kelly.
Yep, and making a play, saved her life. He did not mess up one hair.
On the ground, Barmas. Wide throw, and he throws it away. And Aoki's going to go back to make sure he steps on first.
These are the plays that really confuse an infield. When you have a lot of time and you throw wide, Solarte coming off the bag just hits off the tip of the glove, and not a whole lot he can do with it. And let's watch the toe dance that Aoki does to try and step by Solarte and step and touch the bag, which he did. But these are the ones that really upset an infielder.
Yeah,
unforced error.
Ball.
Pretty good pitch.
Panik singled in the first. Takes low.
Yeah, I was talking about guys that break in a new glove. Some guys do it every year. Some guys do it once every 13 years. I think Barmas is one of the guys that has used the same glove for the last 10 years, maybe longer. That glove that Barmas has been around a while. Yep.
You gotta love it.
That's more than a friend right there. That glove's a relative.
Panik on the ground. Solarte stays with it. That's one. No chance. Well, the Dodgers are in town, and they'll be in town April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Tuesday and Wednesday are both night games. The final game of the series is day baseball at 12:45. Purchase tickets. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets. So a nice round of applause for Pagan.
Yeah, they love me in San Diego.
You throw one piece of gum. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works.
Mike Ditka did that at Candlestick one year. He didn't get half the grief that Pagan's getting. Although I think Ditka threw it at a Niner fan.
I'd take a bullet for Ditka. Derek Norris and Angel Pagan, they've got a little history on after the little confrontation in game 1 of the series. Padres fans are paying attention.
A ball and a strike to Pagan.
Well, nice play.
And he's trying to get some base runners on for Buster Posey, who's on deck. Out of play again. This was the incident the other day. It was a piece of gum, and Pagan tried to flip it away. He said it stuck to his finger, and then Norris took exception to it. And later on in the at-bat, a triple by Pagan. Nice little reaction. Yeah. Problem was the Giants didn't knock him in.
Yeah, that was a leadoff triple. He didn't score.
Down low.
Check. Vic Carapazzi, third base umpire, says no swing.
So it's 2-2 to Angel Pagan. Hit into the gap. They're going to hang up. Kemp makes the diving catch. So a nice piece of hitting by Pagan.
Yeah, good two-strike at bat indeed, and a nice play from Kemp to cut the gap. Reaching, I thought had a chance, but watch the closing speed from Kemp, a former center fielder. He's got good range. So a high backhander, belly slide. And James Shields says, "You the man."
Here's Buster Posey. Buster reached on an error in the first inning. And he takes outside for a ball.
Significant that Casey McGee is out of the ballgame. I mean, he was the protection for Buster Posey. I don't think that the Padres have the same fear of Joaquin Arias on deck that they do of Casey McGee. And we'll see how Shields pitches because of it. McGee left the ballgame, in case you're just joining us, with a strained knee coming out of the batter's box in his first at bat.
Up high to Buster Posey. Joaquin Arias is on deck. And on the ground to Barnes. And that'll end the inning. So the play by Kemp keeps the Giants from getting on the board here in the third. It remains 2-0 Padres.
Matrix, Silicon Valley's premier 24/7 entertainment destination.
Well, if you're looking for the best coverage of the Giants, log on to CSNBayArea.com's insider Alex Pavlovich, who provides wire-to-wire reporting, breaking news, video special features only on CSNBayArea.com. Bumgarner to Solarte.
Bumgarner trying to backdoor that little breaking ball and just not getting it.
Not getting it or not getting the call?
Well, he's not getting the call, and he's a bit frustrated by it. When you're flopping a first pitch breaking ball over for a strike, when you're not really thinking corner, because a lot of guys against Bumgarner, they're not going to get in the batter's box and look for a slow curveball on the first pitch. They're going to look for a cut fastball like that last pitch. So because of that, you bite off a little more strike zone, flop it up there, and I think that Vanover, the umpire, is saying those pitches are hot.
And that's right back where it came from, and Solarte has got a leadoff single.
It's not been easy for Bumgarner tonight. Padres have been swinging the bats against him. And 6 hits against him now, with nobody out here in the third. So big high breaking ball, and it almost hits his throwing hand.
Here's Kemp. Kemp pulls it on the ground, foul. Kemp, a 2-out double in the first inning. And he eventually scored on the base hit by Upton. Strike to make it 0-2. D-backs are shutting out the Dodgers 4-0. That game in the 5th inning.
Yeah, Diamondbacks have 9 hits off of Clayton Kershaw.
Swing on a miss. Round 2 goes to Bumgarner. Archie Bradley is starting for the D-backs, and he's only allowed 1 hit. So here's Upton. Upton with a base hit, pulled one in the hole between Arias and Crawford. And a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Giants will be home Monday. Hallelujah.
Yeah, this has been a week that seemed longer than 7 days.
But, yeah, it seemed like about 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's about right.
And that's out of play. That's not good when you say that about the first road trip.
How about the Biloxi minor league team? They're opening up their season with a 55-day road trip.
Really?
Yeah, their stadium's not ready.
Per diem's going to be good.
That's a little rough, isn't it?
It takes low.
You're going to be real friendly with your teammates after 55 days on the road.
Those gray uniforms are going to get a workout.
Yes, they are.
Up the middle. Crawford on the dive. He can't get to it. And Solarte is going to stop.
A couple of ground ball base hits for Upton have just been out of the reach of Brandon Crawford. I mean, not by a whole lot. If Crawford gets this, there's a good chance they could at least get the force, maybe even turn 2. Not to me. Just under the glove.
Here's Norris. Biloxi's got to be a bus league, right? That's not the Lear Jet League.
No, that is not the Jet League. I think it's the Biloxi Bashers, if I'm not mistaken.
Norris out of play.
I've never heard of that. I remember a few years ago, Houston Astros had to go on a long road trip because of the Democratic Convention was in Houston. It was like 3 weeks, which is crazy.
Yeah, it'll make a dent in your season if you're not careful. Outside to Norris.
I look back at the schedules we had back in the 80s, and we had 15-day road trips.
We did. 4 cities. Is that where you learned how to turn your underwear inside out?
That's right.
Socks inside out. There was also the days where we were not allowed to wear blue jeans on the road.
No. Had to wear a coat.
Up the middle and a base hit. Bumgarner getting bit again by ground balls as that throw is wide and that throw is late. So it's 3-0.
Another ground ball that just finds a hole. And Pagan with the play right in front of him tries to get up to, they can't get him. Arias comes up and cannot get enough on the throw to get Norris on the backside. Remember, we talked about Norris as a catcher. He runs well. So the Giants lose the force. And 2 runners move up in score position. And Bruce Bochy making a call to the bullpen. That's 8 hits against Bumgarner here with 1 out in the 3rd. And Vogelsong will start getting loose.
So Middlebrooks will be the hitter. Giants will play the infield in. And a base hit up the middle. They're going to hold Norris. And with the high throw, Middlebrooks gets into second base.
Well, pretty good read from Middlebrooks on the back end. Once he saw that ball lead the hand to Pagan, and he watched the arc of it going over the head of Matt Duffy. Duffy could not cut that ball off. And that read by Middlebrooks, he never slowed down. He rolled right into second base. So again, the Giants lose the force. This time because of a high throw.
Here's Jerko, and he pulls it foul.
Ball right back up the middle, and watch the throw come over the head of Duffy. And Middlebrooks on the back end of it, he never slowed down. That's good instinctive running. And Mark Gardner's telling Vogelsong, kick it in gear, pal.
And a base hit by Jerko. Being held is Middlebrooks. That's 5 singles in the inning. And Dave Righetti wants to find out if Vogelsong is ready.
Yeah, he got the thumb up right there, so he's good to go.
So here's Barmes. And he fouls it out of play. Foul to the backstop. It's now 0-2.
Bumgarner, as he is fatigued, throwing a lot of pitches out of the stretch, he's starting to elevate, ball getting up, and Padres are letting him know that his location is not where it needs to be.
Foul. Not a problem.
Psyched. This is not his first Padre game. Brought his glove, got a ball, a few high fives. He needs a date to give that baseball to.
Really? Got him. Go to first. And Triple diving back in. So here's Shields. Shields hit a fly ball to right field in the second. And he fouls it back. He had a good rip.
He was right on it. Next pitch will be the 25th pitch of the inning for Bumgarner.
Top of the order, Myers on deck. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Pop into the second level down the right field line. Another full house tonight.
Yeah, the crowds have been fantastic down here in San Diego. The city of San Diego has definitely bought into the 2015 version of the Padres. And tonight, the offense is not disappointing.
It's 2-2. Now back.
if the inning extends past Shields, Bumgarner will be out of the game. 32 pitches in the first. The next pitch will be 30 here in the third, and that's a lot of stretch time, a lot of stress throws. Might be his last hitter no matter what. That breaking ball just has not been there. And as he has had 2 extended innings, the location of the fastball has not been there either. Made a lot of mistakes out over the middle. He's had ground balls find holes too. But right now he looks like he's just about out of gas.
And that'll end the inning. Shields got a piece, and Buster Posey hung on. 5 singles in the inning, plates 3 runs. It's 5-0 Padres.
For a location near you, visit Lenardi's.com or find us on Facebook. Lenardi's, quite simply the best.
Well, check out Say Hey Tuesday. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Giants going to be taking on the Rockies. It'll be Yahoo Sports Talk Live from the Plaza at 5 p.m. Pregame live 6:30. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sports Net Bay Area. First 500 fans get a cheer card and a World Championship foam fist.
And here's Arias batting for the first time. If you just joined us, McGee went down to a knee injury in his first at bat in the first inning. And a strike to Arias. It's now 1-2. Hit high and deep to left, up and back, and it is gone. And the Giants are on the board.
Well, if you're going to hit the fifth spot, you're going to protect Buster Posey, yeah, you got to go deep. And that was a 1-2 curveball that Arias was not fooled on.
So here's Blanco.
Take a look at a lazy breaking ball, middle in, boom. And Arias does something you don't see a whole lot of. Hit a home run here in San Diego.
Here's Blanco. Blanco's trying to hit one out as he fouls the thing.
Well, we always talked about earlier in the year. I think it's important that your offense comes back from a big deficit. Get some early confidence and you can come back in games. You've got plenty of time. And if you could do it against a quality starter like James Shields, all the better.
Blanco struck out in the second. Down low, 1-2. Giants on Thursday in that 1-0 win only had 6 hits. Blanco had 2 of the 6. There's Duffy on deck. Shields taking a long time, and Blanco keeps stepping out. So Shields and Norris trying to figure things out here. And Blanco stays alive. Allowed to leave the box if you hit a foul ball.
Or if you get brushed back. So they give you a couple of options where you can leave the box. Up down low, or if you throw gum at a catcher.
Yep, that's in the rules.
Found that out in game 1 of the series.
If the pitcher leaves the dirt area or the catcher leaves the catcher's box, you can step out. Got him.
Fastball at 92, outside corner at the knees. Second time tonight that Blanco has gone down by way of the strikeout. This one looking. See the exaggerated target. That's right down there in total pitcher strike. But you know that Vanover likes the low strike. There's an example of it. And you just have to do a better job of protecting with 2 strikes.
Here's Duffy with 1 out. Duffy popped out, saw 1 pitch. Andy looks at a strike. You can step out if timeout is called. That's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
Wild pitch or pass ball. If defense makes a play at any base, you can step out. If he pulls it off his foot, you can step out on that.
If you beat one off your foot, you can step out.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope so. You can take as long as you want to get that in the box. That's an unwritten rule.
Duffy's gone.
Got a hard slider down the dirt. He couldn't lay off it. 4th strikeout for James Shields. So, partner, what do you think? Did you crush that?
Yeah. I might trade places with that kid right now. He can do some play-by-play.
He's taking it his own sweet time, 1 at a time piece. I mean, you don't eat popcorn that way. You're 1 fist at a time.
I don't know. This kid's pretty quick. I always thought the rule of the thumb is the bucket shouldn't be bigger than the person eating it. Crawford skies one to center field. It's Myers moving back. And that will end the inning. Giants get on the board, and they do it on a home run by Joaquin Arias, and it's bye-bye baby. Padres are coming up. They lead 5-1.
Or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Well, follow the Giants all season in 2015 with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. We use it every day. It is fantastic. At Bat is up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and more. You can get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or your tablet. Check it out.
It's 5-1 San Diego. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
Ryan Vogelsong, the new pitcher now for the Giants. Madison Bumgarner's night has come to an end. Let's take a look at the year that Vogelsong had last year for San Francisco, 8-13 with a 4.00 ERA. Vogelsong will spot a fastball, high 80s, low 90s, depending on the grip. When he's right, you'll see a lot of corner command with the fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
And here's Myers, and the pitch is outside for a ball. It looks like Hector Sanchez is not catching. Hector catching, and Buster Posey's at first. This is hammered, and Pagan's going to put it away. So there's Buster Posey. Duffy's now at short. Here's Solarte. Solarte with a swing.
Good changeup.
Vogelsong with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball high. Matt Kemp is on deck. Bullet in the right field, a base hit. Solarte's got a couple of hits, and that'll bring up Kemp. So here's Kemp.
For Vogelsong, it is a bit different coming out of the bullpen as opposed to starting a game. He knows that he would prefer to start. That's not his role now.
And Kemp's got a base hit. That'll bring up Upton.
Hector Sanchez is going to come out. I think he's going to tell Vogelsong, you got to get that ball down. It's up right now. There's been some loud contact. Now that last one off of bat Kip was not loud, but pitch was up. And they're going to talk about the signs with runner at second as well.
So here's Upton. And Upton takes a strike on the inside corner.
That's where Vogelsong has to live. He's got to be on those corners. The mixed movement with the fastball. Just stay unpredictable to the count. Use all your pitches. And keep the ball down, especially to this part of the lineup.
High and out of play. It's 0-2. Upton's got a couple of hits. He runs that inside. Taken by Upton with Norris to follow.
So the double switch when Sanchez came to the game to catch, and Posey goes to first base. That allows Matt Duffy to go back to a familiar position. I think he's a bit relieved.
A little bit.
Tonight was Matt Duffy's first time ever in professional baseball at first base.
A little bit.
But that will be the role for Matt Duffy. He's got to learn all the positions, including the outfield.
So it's 2-2 to Upton. And a full count.
Got to get in that strike zone right now. And the runners are probably going to be on the roll here with one out and a 3-2 count.
It's 3-2. Let's see what Solarte and Kemp do. And this is hit on the ground to Duffy. He shuffles it to Penny. And that's a double play. 5-1 Padres.
A San Francisco tradition.
Padres with a 5-1 lead. Hector Sanchez, who came in on the double switch, will lead things off. And Sanchez takes a strike. So Sanchez steps out. And the pitch. And swinging a bouncing ball foul. So a quick 0-2 to Hector Sanchez. And it's outside.
Soft stuff away, sets up hard stuff in. Heating up.
Got him.
Good change up. Soft stuff away, sets up soft stuff away.
Here's our Geico quote. It comes from Hector Sanchez on the home plate collision and getting hit in the head with a Matt Kemp backswing last night in the bottom of the 8th. What a life.
Well, such is the lament of a catcher. For a while there, we really thought that he had sustained an injury, but it was a stinger.
What a life.
And then he gets hit in the back of the head by Matt Kemp.
What a life.
What a life.
Here's Aoki. Breaking ball for a strike.
Well, right now, Shields is throwing anything he wants, anywhere he wants.
Look out. That's right, we got a shot of Vogelsong, and I think that was right at him.
Guy had a great seat. That's the foul ball in the dugout seat.
It is.
I mean, it's better if you're 9 years old, but still, Giants hat, get yourself a souvenir. It's hard to look cute when you have a beard. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And that is knocked down by Shields, and he'll make the play. I don't know where they got him, in the pocket.
You can see the reaction from Shields, and a big wow. They're all coming out to check him out. I don't know if he got a piece of it with a glove or where he got it. Yeah, just in the heel of the glove. I mean, it didn't feel like good in the hand, but look at the fans' reaction. I'll be thinking about that when he goes to bed tonight.
So here's Panic. Panic is 1 for 2. And he takes a strike.
Now, how fast does it get on you? Watch. You don't have time to react. Your hand moves, it's thinking on its own. It's not with any pre-thought from your brain.
Well, that's why pitchers will throw up their throwing hand if it's the closest thing to protect them. And well, why would he do that? Well, it's just a reaction. You're going to protect your face.
Oh, this thing's an all.
2 lefties in the National League West got knocked out of games today. Bumgarner and Kershaw.
Pretty good lefties. Garner gave up 5 runs on 10 hits here, and they got 6 runs off Kershaw in Arizona. It happens. I don't care who you are, how good you are. This game will humble you.
And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
Season performance. First 40,000 fans will receive a bobblehead commemorating Madison Bumgarner's NLCS and World Series MVPs courtesy of AAA. SFGiants.com. Get your tickets. Hope to see you there.
Here's Norris facing Vogelsong. And a strike. Norris is 2 for 2. Aoki's coming in. 1 out. The Padres have 12 hits. The very first hit they got was a double by Kemp. Every hit after that has been a single. Singles hurt if you stack them together. And that's what the Padres have done tonight. And a good breaking ball from Vogelsong. Jed Jerko to follow. And Vogelsong just missing. It's 2-1.
Just trying to shave that corner. He's missing about an inch. The same thing happened when he was pitching in San Diego, in Arizona, in his start against the Diamondbacks. Trying to be too fine.
So it's 3-1. And a strike. Final game tomorrow. 4 different starting times in this series.
That's a bit unusual.
Back. I count the number of texts that you text me about what time the game started.
Yeah.
Over and under was 20.
Are
you sure? Are you sure? No, I'm not. The beauty of it is the hotel is right next to the ballpark. Even if you're off by a half an hour, it's not going to hurt you. And Middlebrooks swung at that and almost hit him. If you're looking for the Warriors are taking on the Timberwolves right now on Comcast Sportsnet Plus, which can be found on Comcast channels 104, 780, DirecTV 696-1, Dish 443, and AT&T channel 771. Now, if you can't find Comcast Sportsnet Plus, log on to csnbarea.com or call your local cable provider. What happened?
Strike 3. Got him.
Inside corner?
High fastball. So twice Middlebrooks goes out of the strike zone. 2 strikes. They set up inside. It just run across the letters. So Vogelsong gets his first strikeout of the night.
So here's Jerko. Blanco. What would Hawk say? Can of corn?
Can of corn.
6th inning coming up.
Grab some pie.
State in 2000. Yes, indeed. SBC Park. It was the very first regular season game at Pac-Bell Park, I beg your pardon. It was a glorious, warm afternoon. Peter McGowan and Larry Baer throwing out the first pitch. Kevin Elster hit 3 home runs in that game, and we thought, what a bandbox. That's our McDonald's true stories. What a bandbox.
There were 6 home runs, 3 by Kevin Elster, the shortstop of the Dodgers, and we thought it was Coors Field West. And we could not have been more wrong.
More wrong. Here's the 0-1 to Pagan, and Pagan takes low.
I do like the Oklahoma land rush to gain position of McCovey Cove. In fact, at that time, it wasn't even McCovey Cove.
Pagan rips one to right, and he's got a hit. Dodgers beat the Giants that day. The Giants lost. They had a game rained out. It was a 6-game homestand. They had 1 game rained out. They went 0-5 on the homestand. And I remember on the wrap us joking that we need to go back to Candlestick.
Yeah, we were joking. But
nobody laughed, but we were joking. The Giants went on to go to postseason that year. Lost to the Mets in that best of 5. It was the J.T. Snow series where he hit the home run. Strike to Buster Posey, who's 0 for 2.
Giants in 2000 would go 97-65 after that horrendous start at home.
Yeah, they eventually figured it out. And they were 55-26 at home. Posey on a check swing roller, could be a pair. Barmes shovels it to Jerko. Jerko got him, even though he had a hard time getting it out of his glove.
Just a little reach, check swing, 3-hopper, and a flip, and here's the problem: getting a double clutch, triple clutch, and he finally gets it out of his glove. And Posey going down the line, I mean, he's starting to sniff, maybe I could get there. And a last instant lunge, not enough.
They got him. Here's Arias, who hit a home run in the 4th inning. And that pitch is outside. It's 2-0 to Joaquin Arias.
We talk about the finger out of the glove of James Shields, Padres pitcher. It's not something you normally see, but he also uses a really small glove.
It'll be a long run for Kemp. And it doesn't matter. It's out of play. This is the home run.
It's a 1-2 count, little breaking ball, down and in, and he just golfs it right out of here. That's how you're supposed to hit home runs on Masters weekend. Golf them right out of here.
Absolutely. I like the small glove on pitchers. Makes me think that, they wanted to be an infielder at one point.
I mean, that almost looks like a second baseman glove that he has. It's that small.
Arias hits one high into left center field. Upton's going to get there. And that'll end the inning. Barmes is going to lead things off. It's 5-1.
Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit halfins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
It's a 5-1 lead for the Padres. And the first pitch is high. Barmes 1 for 2. And here he looks at a strike. And he pulls this one on the ground foul. It caroms out to Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach. On the ground to Duffy. Duffy gobbles it up, throws high, and it's not in time.
This might get reviewed. Ron Copa, the first base umpire, making the call. Talked about a throwing here we saw earlier in the game from Clint Barmes, the shortstop for the Padres, had all the time in the world. And here you can say the same thing about Duffy. Plenty of time, sets his feet, and just throws high. The question is whether or not the Posey got down in time.
Well, he got down in time, but was his foot on the bag?
No, it was not. And Copa got the play right. It will not be contested. Roberto Kelly going on the phone, talking to Sean Dunston and Chad Chopp, who were in the clubhouse watching the replay. No contest.
Here's Shields. Shields is going to square around a bunt, and he bunts it to Posey foul.
Just gets underneath it, gooses it up. And Posey never touched the bag. At least in time to get the out.
Pulls the bat back, shoots it to right. He's got a hit. And on the play, Barmes ends up at third. So Shields handling the bat.
Well, one nice thing, when you're in a bunt situation, you're usually going to get a fastball. And if you've got a pitcher that has a pretty good idea about how to hit a fastball, turn them loose. They show bunt. The key is you don't have to put a lot of swing on it. You just have to put it in play. The infield's moving around here. He punches it through a hole on the right side. And just like that, the Padres get a first and third with nobody out. And here comes the top of the lineup.
And it's Myers. And the pitch to Myers, and he bounces this one into the hole for a base hit. Barmes will score. Myers with a base hit. And it's 6-1.
So the Padres making that error hurt.
So here's Solarte. And Solarte hits it high and foul. With Kemp to follow. And is down low. Shields at second, Myers at first. Vogelsong has thrown 34 pitches. He came in to start the fourth. And a big swing and a foul out of play.
Yeah, he was not swinging for a little go opposite field single there. He was trying to hit the Budweiser sign above the second deck in right field. Oh yeah, had it all the way.
Lively crowd here tonight. Three and two. Vogelsong rubs up the new baseball. He's coaching. He's thinking about a lot of things, including losing his third baseman in his first at bat, Casey McGee. And he walked him. If you're just joining us now, this was the injury to McGee. He hit the ball and then he went down.
Now we initially thought it was a groin or a hip flexor or an oblique, and it turned out it was a left knee strain. And that was it. I mean, he'll be evaluated after the game. And right now, I'm sure he's in the Giants clubhouse with an ice bag on his leg. But it's been that kind of road trip. You can see by the look on the skipper's face that there is some concern.
Well, the walk to Solarte loads him up for Matt Kemp. Kemp is 2 for 3. And a curveball up and in, 1-0.
In a way, that's a good thing that ball was inside. If that thing hangs out there over the plate, it's going to get hit. It's up. The curveball is lazy right now. It's got roll to it. It does not have snap.
Two and 0.
I just don't think he has confidence in his stuff. That's why he's trying to shave corners. I mean, if you consistently miss off the strike zone by an inch or two, your control is fine. You just don't believe in your stuff. You don't believe in it to get it in the strike zone. The same thing happened to Vogelsong in Arizona. Missing just about an inch off the plate on both sides of the strike zone.
Maybe he hit the outside corner, maybe he didn't, but he got the call.
It's going to be a very, very slim target trying to paint those corners.
to Arias. It gets by Arias. It hits Duffy in the leg, and everybody's saved. A run scores, and the bases stay loaded. I think Arias was fooled by the speed of that ground ball because he should have had it.
Well, I think once it got past Arias, it surprised Duffy. And he may have deflected it a bit, which may have caused, I don't know if he caught a piece of it or not, deflected it, but it handcuffs Duffy as well. I mean, right now the Giants could not look worse.
So here's Upton. Upton with a rocket. Aoki's going to dive, and he's going to make the catch. Tagging is Myers. He's going to score. So the hardest ball hit in the inning ends up being an out.
Oh, nice play. Aoki has to slide into a backhand. Yeah, you're right. I mean, how funny is the game of baseball? He puts that right in the sweet spot.
So here's Derek Norris. Hunter starting to throw.
Don't get one of those corner calls. I mean, it really fries your mind. I mean, when he's nibbling, in his mind, that's a strike. If he's 0-1, he might get that strike. But when he's down to count 1-0, he's put in the mind of Vanover, the plate umpire, that he's not attacking. You want to get that umpire looking for strikes. That's when the strike zone widens out a bit on both sides of the plate. But you've got to prove to that umpire that you have command of that strike zone by getting into it early.
So it's 2-2 now to Norris. Out to left. Aoki's got plenty of time to get underneath it. 2 outs. And here's Middlebrooks. Middlebrooks 2 for 3. Vogelsong struck him out in the 5th. The Padres have scored 3 times here in the 6th. A little shabby defense has made it a rough inning to watch. There's a strike. And when Vogelsong does get that first pitch strike, it changes everything.
Changes everything.
And you can see the confidence he gets.
You know, he's got great command. I mean, and I just think he needs to be more aggressive on strike 1. Throw all your pitches. Throw your slider, your cutter, your curveball, your changeup. Get in there and give a quick strike. And then go out the corners, which he does. I mean, here's strike 1 now, so he nibbles a couple times. Fish aren't biting. Now he's got to get back in the strike zone here in a 2-1 count.
out into right center field, but Blanco is going to get there, and he'll make the catch. Padres add on. It's now 8-5 San Diego. Sometimes you really don't want to check it out, and this is one of those nights. Bumgarner went 3, McGee left because that's enough.
And that's your Toyota game summary.
That's enough. Here's Blanco. Blanco's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Pitches down low. Jake Peavy tomorrow. I don't want you to think I'm thinking about tomorrow. I'm just letting you know who's pitching tomorrow. And it'll be Tyson Ross for the Padres. Duffy to follow. Two and one to Blanco, trying to reach for Duffy. And pitcher spot is after Duffy. Blanco and Shields have been doing this the whole game. Two and two.
Well, these guys trying to control the rhythm of their bat. Sometimes it takes a little time. Who's going to get in that box first? Well, with a 7-run lead, James Shields he's in the go mode. He wants to get it, shoot, fire, rock.
Now this should be right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, it should be.
And the first walk issued by Shields. Yeah, you can't let this deficit bother that young guy.
Oh, I'm at the ballpark with my dad.
Just waiting for the cotton candy guy to come down the aisle. And Ballsy on the phone. Here's Duffy. Duffy got to start the day at first. He's popped out and struck out. So Shields 2 pitches away from 100. Hit out to right, a little bit behind it, but Kemp is going to track it down. And Vogelsong is going to hit.
I don't know if he's going to stay in the game. He may hit and come out of the game. The Giants don't have any extra bodies on the bench. They've got Justin Maxwell and they've got Brandon Belt. Had Duffy gotten on base, you would have seen Belt hit here.
So that was pitch 100.
Giants did get good news at the start of the game about Brandon Belt that he was available to pinch hit prior to tonight's ball game. He has been on the shelf because of an injury to a groin he sustained in the Diamondbacks series. As it is, Bochy has 4 extra men on the bench because they're carrying 13 pitchers, so he's 1 move less with extra men than Bud Black, the Padres skipper. So he really kind of got back to full force tonight with Belt being available to pinch hit, although I don't believe you'll see him play in the field. But still, shorthanded once Casey McGee went down in the first inning.
Vogelsong down.
Seven strikeouts for James Shields. This will be his last inning.
So Sanchez steps up. He had said 1 at bat that came in the 5th inning, and Shields struck him out. And this is popped to right for Kemp. And that's going to end the inning. 7th inning stretch time. 8-1 Padres.
At any of your Giants dugout store locations. And don't miss out on this limited edition collection, all the 2010, 2012 gold jerseys. Well, they sold out, so get yours now. They are gorgeous. That's the majestic gold jerseys and the new era on-field gold cap on sale right now at the Giants Dugout Store. And if you haven't checked out a Giants Dugout Store lately, get in there. They have more stuff that is fun and will give you a good attitude. That we guarantee.
Here's Jerko. We do have some changes, and we'll let you know what they are here in a minute. Jerko takes a strike. It's Melody 2.
Focus on staying the game, a chance to save that bullpen, give him some rest. Focus on very capable of going 7,500 pitches.
Jerko gone. And that'll bring up Barmes. So here's Barmes. Barmes is 1 for 3. And a breaking ball misses. Blanco moves from right to center. Justin Maxwell comes into the game, so Pagano's taking the rest of the night off. Blanco comes in slowly and makes the catch. And now Will Venable is going to pinch hit. So the man left out of this outfield rotation is Max and Molly's kid.
Will Venable, who had been a starter here the last several years, kind of got put in that 4th outfield spot with all the off-season acquisitions that the Padres got for their outfield.
One of our all-time favorite teammates was Williams' father, Max. He was awesome.
Yeah, good teammate. Good baseball man.
But the athlete in the family?
Molly. Will's mother.
Molly could come.
I don't see that very often.
1 ball and 1 strike.
We're talking donuts in a coffee mug.
Hit on the ground and a base hit for William. And for Venable, that's his first hit of the year. And that'll bring up Myers. Myers picked up a base hit in the 6th inning as he found a hole between Arias and Duffy. And Myers fair down the left field line. Venable is going to be waved in. He will score, and it's 9-1. You have to be so careful with Myers on that first pitch.
Well, digs it out middle in, hooks it down the line, just keeps it fair by about 5 feet. And Aoki coming over has a little of a problem picking up the ball, and that's all that Will Venable needed to score all the way from first base. "17 hits on the night for the Padres.
And this run here in the 7th came after the first 2 outs were recorded. Here's Solarte. Solarte takes a breaking ball down low.
All smiles in the Padres dugout. And why not? 17 hits, 9 runs. James Shields, who went a strong 7 innings, just one run allowed, a solo shot home run for Joaquin Arias. He had a great night.
Two and 0 to Solarte. And he looks at a strike. Henderson got that in on Solarte's hands. Hit into the gap, and that's a base hit. Myers scores. Solarte with his 3rd hit. And Matt Kemp is going to hit.
And for the 2nd time, George Contes gets up. Dave Righetti takes off the hat to ask Mark Gardner if Contos is ready, and Mark Gardner responded by taking his hat off. That was the universal sign that the guy in the bullpen is good to go.
Well, Bruce Bochy is going to give Vogelsong a chance to walk off the mound here by getting the 3rd out. It's Kemp. Kemp's got 3 hits. And there's a strike, and it's 0-1. Nope, off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ball was pretty much the same spot. First pitch called strike. Kemp thought it was a ball, and here Vogelsong thought it was a strike.
Rope down the left field line. That's a base hit. Stopping at 3rd is Solarte. Bruce Bochy's coming out. So the first 2 outs were Jerko and Barmes, and then 4 straight hits following that. So George Contos is going to come in when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts. We'll be back. Game Live will start at 12:30. And that'll end this 4-game series, plus complete coverage nightly on Sportsnet Central with new Giants insider Alex Pavlovich at csnbayarea.com. All Padres tonight, it's 10-1. And the new pitcher is George Contos facing Justin Upton.
Let's take a look at the numbers for George Contos. Third time that he's come in, off to a great start. He's allowed just 3 base runners in 3 2/3 with a couple of strikeouts. Low 90s fastball, 2 types of movement, slider, cutter, changeup. 5 looks he'll give you.
So Solarte at second, Kemp is at Solarte at third, Kemp is at second. Nice play by Sanchez, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, it is the challenge when you come out of the bullpen and your fellow bullpen mate has left some runners on. Or really, whoever leaves them on, the goal is to leave those runners stranded. That is a stat that is very important to a reliever coming into an existing inning. It's one that gets negotiated. Santos has an open base. It's really his choice as to whoever he feels more confident throwing it. Throwing to Justin Upton or Derek Norris on deck.
And the 2-0 pitch coming up. And it's 3-0.
It doesn't look like he wants any part of Upton. He's midway.
And a strike, so Campos comes in.
Upton taken all the way 3-0 like you should when you have a 9-run lead. It's one of those things that opponents down 9 runs do not appreciate when you want to swing at 3-0 pitches. It's an unwritten rule.
And a strike, 3-2.
Good location here in the 3-1.
The stuff about the unwritten rules is, for people that don't buy into that, it's hard to win that argument. It is.
I know. But you tend to be a bit temperamental when you're getting beat 10-1.
I mean, I've tried, and it just doesn't work. That's off of Sanchez, who just a matter of time before he's going to get dinged.
I mean, it's like stealing a base when you're up by 9 runs. I mean, there's no place for that. That's an unwritten rule.
Right. Try to win that argument.
Well, I know. We've tried it with our partner, Dave Fleming. He's not buying the unwritten rules.
All somebody has to say is, oh, really? So you stop competing then? Said you lose.
Well, the answer to that is you're going to be playing against these same guys for a long time over this level.
It doesn't matter. You lose the argument. And that'll end the inning.
Nice comeback.
8th inning coming up. We're going to go through all the unwritten rules next inning.
For our player of the game, it's brought to you by Honda. And we think James Shields tonight was outstanding. And he is worthy of that distinction. 7 strong innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 run allowed, and 7 strikeouts. He even defended his position well off the bat of Nori Aoki, a former teammate. So, James Shields, you are our player of the game, brought to you by Honda.
Yep, he was pretty good. Plus, he got a base hit. 10-1. Padres. It's time for a change. So speedy oil change and auto service. The oil change tune-up and brake experts.
The pitcher now for San Diego will be the left-hander, Frank Garces. Garces made his debut last year for the Padres. Let's see what he's done so far in 2 outings. 1 1/3 with 1 hit allowed. He's got a good fastball. It goes mid-90s. Got a slider and a changeup. And he can give you a couple of different angles with his arm.
Aoki is 0 for 3. He did hit one right back to Shields that Shields knocked down, threw him out, took a hit away from him. Spangenberg is now in left field. And Will Venable is in right. And a breaking ball for a strike. Panic to follow. And then Pagan. Actually, it would not be Pagan. Or Maxwell. If the Giants had another healthy player, I assure you Buster Posey would not be in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Well, a 10-1 ball game becomes a maintenance game for guys that need the bats, guys that need innings pitched, and guys that need rest. The game is over. Casey McGee, who had to leave the ball game because of a left knee strain in the first inning, is going to be reevaluated. Then there'll be a decision as to whether or not the Giants bring a player into tomorrow's game to replace him.
Yeah, there may be a player on his way right now.
It's true.
Foul.
Giants do not have the luxury of a day off the first 2 weeks of the season. They open up and play 14 in a row. And if you have an injury, I mean, you scramble. I mean, fortunately for the Giants, they opened up in Arizona and San Diego. So if need be, it's not that big a deal to travel somebody from Sacramento, assuming that the team's in Sacramento, the Giants AAA affiliate, the River Cats. It does become an interesting time if you're the director of travel for Giants. Brett Alexander, and he's just got to find, if the Giants were to make a move, he's got to get on the phone, he's got to get flights, coordinate all that. You know, I always thought that would be a pretty good book. Two guys that could write a good book that are with every big league team. Number one, the director of travel. He has some great stories. And then the clubhouse guy. They would be able to write great books.
Aoki wins the battle. Spangenberg is going to get to it. I don't know if I'd want Murph to write a book because we might be in it.
I know. Clubhouse guys know everything about everybody. She's not giving up. Take the bigs. They don't leave early, no matter what the score is.
So here's Panic. Well, how about putting it this way? If you and I wrote a book,
yep,
Murph would be in it. And there might be a full chapter on Murph.
Or two.
And what we didn't know about Murph, we'd just go to Mays and McCovey. And Gaylord, and Marichal, and Davenport.
Cepeda. That is not the first time he's had that hat on.
Well, it's the first time he's had it on where he's been this sad.
And that's got a real championship.
Tap, and this is going to kick foul.
Now, black hats, if you wear them long enough, they kind of turn brown. Like that.
I remember the first time my mom said, "Hey, I washed your cap." What? What?
Shrinks up 5 sizes.
Panic gets a high fly ball, right center field. Myers called him out Venable. See? They wear it right.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't put those in the wash machine.
No. He got his back. All is right with the world now.
Here's Maxwell batting for the first time. And a base hit for Maxwell. Stangenberg is going to dig it out, and Aoki says, "I'm going no matter what." He ran right through Kelly's stop sign. And it's 10-2. Maybe Nori Aoki thought this is just a bit of a slight win if I score from first, so he just took off.
Well, I know one guy that appreciates it, and that's Justin Maxwell. Gets himself an RBI, but watch the stop sign.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good right here. Okay. He got it rolling. He was not going to downshift at all.
Maybe in Japan that's go.
Well, it could be. But Roberto Kelly's not going to take a chance and down 9 runs.
Here's Buster Posey. Buster goes to right. And Venable will camp underneath this one.
Well, you would think this would be an international sign. Stop. Right there's good. Okay. Never slow down. Not one step.
How many Little League coaches do the same thing? And these guys just keep on running. Here's Arias. Arias homered in the 4th inning.
There's Aoki's interpreter talking about what the stop sign means in the States. Hey, you got Justin Maxwell and RBI. As long as one guy's happy in the clubhouse, it was a good thing.
Do not have a problem with it. Ball got away from Norris just briefly.
Gets thrown out at home in a 10-1 ball game. Oh, not good.
Solarte tags Arias as he goes by the bag, and that'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. after getting the last out of the 7th, back out to pitch the 8th. And it'll be Derek Norris who will lead things off. Norris 2 for 4. And he takes low. Strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So we were going to talk about all the unwritten rules.
Yeah, I was kidding.
Well, I went and got the unwritten rule book. I opened it up, and guess what? There's nothing in it.
It's empty.
It's unwritten.
Norris swings and misses.
Good breaking ball. She's got her good attitude on.
High to Norris.
Yeah, I know we have one more game left in this road trip, but I do have to tell you, I'm looking forward to Monday's home opener. Giants have had 2 home openers, one for the Padres, one for the Diamondbacks, and they need their own.
Yes, they do. Norris is gone. And here's Middlebrooks. Well, they need a good taste of their own fans is what they need.
Yeah.
Middlebrooks off the end of the bat, foul, first base side. Here's the 0-1, and Middlebrooks swings and misses.
It is amazing what happens to a pitcher when he gets command of 5 different types of movement, 3 different speeds, which is what's happened to George Contes. I mean, you feel like you're bulletproof. And it's all the things that he learned up here at the big leagues. Came over from the Yankees in the trade. And he was a fastball slider guy.
Tries to run that pitch in. It's 2-2.
But now he's got more things he can do with the ball. And you learn that sitting in a bullpen, talking and pitching with big league relievers. And you keep your eyes open. You see how people are getting people out at this level. Study swing. You see movement. What type of movement is effective against what type of swings. And your education begins. And really, when you get up here, you should be able to have command of 3 different speeds. You should understand the fastball, 2 different grips, and the 2 different types of movement. If you can do those things, you're never backed into a get-it-in situation. You're never predictable. Even if you have nothing more than a fastball, throw a couple of fastballs 4 seams away, and you're down the count 2-0, you're going to come into the fastball, change your grip, change your movement. It's little things like that that are all part of the knowledge of a young pitcher when he gets to the big leagues.
Here's the payoff. And Middlebrooks ropes him down the left field line, and that's the 20th hit of the night for the Padres. They've worked that left field line pretty hard tonight.
They really have. Noriaoki has to feel like the Padres are picking on him out in left field. Yep, it's been one of those nights. I think if you added it all up, Aoki's run about 7 miles out there in left field tonight.
Here's Jerko. Jerko's 1 for 4. Outside and high, 1 ball and no strikes. Past Jerko to even the count. Second base is Middlebrooks. Good pitch, 1-2.
Slider's a dandy. You know, and if you show that pitch 3 or 4 times to a hitter in the same at bat, it's not as effective.
Yeah, they can't go double digits in the hits column yet. On the scoreboard, it's a new scoreboard, so you got to give it a little time.
But take our word for it, they have more than 2 hits tonight. 18 more than 2 hits.
Two and 2 to Jed Jerko. Clint Farmers to follow. Out of play. 3 pitchers tonight for the Giants: Bumgarner, Vogelsong, and Contos. Yep, that's just about how I feel. A gentleman in the middle. I just said to the guy sitting next to him, "This was your idea to come to this game?"
Well, it sounded like a good idea. A little concerned.
2-2 pitch. Here it is. Pulled foul.
I mean, they're not used to going to a game and seeing Madison Bumgarner get hit. 3 innings tonight, gave him 10 hits, 5 earned runs.
Is that the quad? A few quads?
A few quad candlesticks there, the buttons. Yep. He does not leave early.
I forgot. Did it have to be an extra inning win or just extra innings?
Just extra innings.
And then you stood in line to get a quad. Out of play.
Which I thought was marketing genius.
Yeah, it was really cool. We actually put him on our cast. Is that a Pat Gallagher? I think it was.
I think it was Pat Gallagher.
Pat flunked on the crazy crab, but boy, did he ever hit it with the quad.
No, I love the crazy crab. He made me laugh every time he had the happy feet come running by our dugout.
I agree.
Plus, it was the greatest thing we ever saw when one of our teammates, Steve Nicosia, put the crazy crab suit on one day and went into Jeffrey Leonard's locker and threw everything out of the locker onto the floor.
He cleaned it out.
It was awesome.
Quick post, skies at the center field. Middlebrooks is going to tag and go to third. 2 outs.
Because I thought the Crazy Crab had some moves. I mean, he had happy feet, but he had some moves.
Yeah, nobody used a dancer.
We're still into it. Nice. Gamers.
I want to party with that kid.
Absolutely. We did last October.
Here's Barmas. Barmas takes down low.
Yeah, that guy sat a few games in Candlestick.
Barmas fouls it to the backstop. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Have you driven by Candlestick lately?
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I know the light towers are down. I'm starting to see part of the upper deck go away down the pretty much right where it'd be right center field if you're thinking about where it would be in a baseball sense. There's a swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
I thought it was pretty cool though last November when you and I toured it. They had quit watering the football field. Grass all died. And the baseball field came up. And we could see the infield and we could see where the mound was. And the man played baseball there since 1999. I thought that was pretty cool.
It meant it was still there.
It was still there.
More work for Blanco. This should end the 8th. And it does. And we'll go to the 9th. Giants have lots and lots of work to do. We'll see what happens when we come back. Oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Your pitcher now for the Padres will be Brandon Murray. You see what he did last year with Seattle. 38 games, he made 7 starts. 1-4 with a 4.65 ERA, 55 strikeouts. 19 walks against 55 strikeouts. Some good numbers.
Did better against lefties than righties. So here's Blanco, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. And Blanco Swings and misses at 95, and it's 0-1.
Clean cut, clean cut.
He says in the fastball, now he sees his changeup. So put that in your database, Mr. Blanco.
First appearance for him. A high fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Duffy to follow. And then we'll see if George Contos gets in at that.
Get him scared, Blanco, come on. Get him scared.
Three and 1 to Gregory Blanco. And the walk.
10-2 ball game. That's the last thing you want to do for Brandon Murray. That will not make Bud Black, the Padres skipper, happy.
Hey, Belt's on deck.
This guy's got nothing.
Well, that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Duffy takes back-to-back strikes. He's 0 for 3.
Come on, son, settle in, settle in.
Low 1-2.
It's a healthy slider right there. Nice if you can save that pitch, throw it to a guy who's never faced you with a 2-strike count.
When he hits the track, he'll fix the board.
Comes right back and gets him. You can see why he had 55 strikeouts last night. A little over 60 innings, or last year rather.
So here's Contos.
That's a strikeout slider.
For whatever reason, Bruce Bochy said, nah, we're not going to have Belt hit.
Well, I just don't think he wants to risk it in a 10-2 ball game. And a groin injury, a slight strain in Arizona. He's been on the shelf ever since that game in Arizona. Said he was feeling pretty good today. Took batting practice, did some running. But it's a cool night. He's been sitting on the bench. Why tempt fate? They need him. In a 10-2 ball game, maybe not the time to use him.
Contos going. Well, here's Hector Sanchez. And we got a knucklehead on the field. And the knucklehead can run a little bit, I'll tell you that.
That was one of the most athletic things we've seen all night. But it did not end well for him. And that's what happens with knuckleheads. But if I'm a football recruiter I'll find out what that guy's number is.
That was Forrest Gump, man.
He was fast.
And it's obvious, and I know everybody knows, the reason we don't show these people is because it could be a relative.
Or something like that.
So all the security people now that were out of breath are back in their spots. Wouldn't that be good if we knew the person, would it?
It's a distinct possibility.
One that was at the Thanksgiving dinner table.
I know that guy.
He's on the payroll.
He runs a 4.340.
1-0 to Hector Sanchez. 2-0.
It did light up everybody, including the Giants fans who had been a little glum.
Sanchez on the ground. And Solarte will go to the bag, and that's the ball game. So game 3 in this series goes to the Padres, and now the Giants will forget about this one and try to get them tomorrow.
That's really all you can do. You didn't expect to see that type of night with Madison Button running around the hill the way these first 2 games were played. Runs were hard to find. Not tonight for the Padres.
Bumgarner only goes 3 innings. Final score here at Petco Park. It's the Padres 10 and the Giants 2. For Mike Krukow, I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Warriors Timberwolves. Let's take you now to our Comcast Sportsnet studios.